Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, and I hope you're all having a great week. It's almost the weekend. That's awesome. So today we're going to continue talking about one-step equations on adding and subtracting. Yesterday you learned about word problems, and today we're going to still talk about that, but list the steps that we need to take to balance an equation and to solve for an equation. Okay. All right. So you all have this worksheet, and I'm going to go ahead and fill out these parts right here. If you would like, you could print these out and fill this out as well. It makes for good practice. All right, so solving and so our first one is equation. Equation is like balancing a scale. Balancing a scale. Both sides must remain equal. Okay. So here's an example of that. We have some models here. On this left side of the scale, we have 3 triangles and 2 circles. Well, to make this scale balanced, we would need to have 3 triangles on this side, along with, of course, 2 circles. My lovely artwork there. Now that scale's balanced, okay? And so the same thing over here. This right side is 7, so this left side is 3 plus, well, we need to make it 4 for it to be equal, right? This side is 7 and this side is 7. All right, for these steps, solving one-step equations, the variable, so that's like x and y, okay? The variable must be alone or isolated on one side of the equation, okay? So let's, for practice, let's do x plus 2 equals 5. So what they're saying in step 1 is our x here needs to be isolated. It's got to be alone. That's what we have to do. We have to make this alone, okay? And it says isolate the variable by using inverse or opposite operations, okay? So, so what we're going to do today, we're going to start drawing a line right there. We'll pretend there's a line right there where the equal sign is, and whatever we do to side A, we have to do to side B, okay? So we have to get the x, the variable, alone. So what's the inverse operation of this right here? We have a plus 2, so the inverse or opposite would be minus 2. Okay, and just like the scale, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other to keep it balanced. Okay, all right, and then step 3, the equation must remain balanced. Okay, it's key, balanced. All right, so if we subtract 2, so plus 2 minus 2, that equals 0, right? So I'm going to cross this out. That equals 0. Okay, and so what's left on the A side? Well, it's just x. And what's left on the B side? Well, 5 minus 2, that's 3. So our solution is x equals 3. And to number 4, it says check your solution. Okay, so to check your solution, what we would do is we would just put in 3 for x. So I'll do it over here. I'll do it up here. So we would do 3 plus 2 equals 5. Well, that equals 5. And of course, this equals 5. So it is balanced. All right, it is balanced. All right, and let's go ahead and scroll down here to this other part. Let's see what it says here. Let me scroll down. There we go. It says you can use blank tiles to represent the blank. Okay, and so let's go here and pen again, and I'm going to do a different color. Okay, it says we can use algebra tiles. Algebra. It's early in the morning. I'm sorry. Algebra tiles to represent the equation. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. Our key over here, this big one, that's going to stand for your x. So it's a positive x. This white square is a 1, okay, or a positive 1. And this dark square, we're going to put it in a different color. We'll do, for purple, I guess, we'll do minus 1, okay? So it's a negative 1. All right, so on this equation right here, let's look at it. We have x and then 4, 1. So this equation would be x plus 4 equals, and then let's count these. We have 10. Okay, 10. All right, well, just like we did on the example before, I'm just going to do it over here. X plus 4 equals 10. All right, we have to get x by itself. So what's the inverse of positive 4 or plus 4? That's minus 4. So let's draw our line down here. Draw our line in the middle. And what we do to side A, we have to do to side B. Okay, so minus 4 and minus 4. Okay, so plus 4 minus 4, that equals 0, right? That's going to equal 0. Okay, so we don't need to worry about this anymore, but x is left on this side. And then 10 minus 4 equals 6. Okay, so to show the example in the model, we subtracted 4, so I'm going to cross out 4 of these. Okay, and then we subtracted 4 on sides, so this would be side A, and this is side B. And we subtracted 4 from there, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what are we left? We're left with x equals 6. So the solution to this is 6. Let's look at number 1 down here. Write and solve the equation represented below. We have x plus 2 equals 6. Okay, well, we have to get x isolated, so let's cross out 2 here, and we'll cross out 2 here. We're subtracting 2 from each side. And what's left? Well, x equals 4. The solution is 4. All right. Number 2, we have 4 over here. This time we have 4 equals, and this would be x plus 1, or 1 plus x. Okay. All right. So let's get x by itself. We have to subtract this one, right? And then subtract 1 over here. And what's left? Well, 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Now let's try this next slide, slide 2. It says, now try when subtraction is included. Okay, so remember, these were negative 1. Okay, so our equation here is x minus 2 equals 4. Okay. All right, so let's get x by itself. So what's the opposite of minus 2? Well, it would be plus 2, right? Yeah, it's the inverse plus 2. And so negative 2 and plus 2, that equals just 0. So I'm just going to cross these out. But we do have to add 2 to the other side because it's on side B, right? We have side A, side B. And so if we add 2 on this side, what does x equal? Well, x is now by itself, so x equals 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. So that would be the solution. All right, and then let's look on this side. We have 5 equals, well, this is a negative 1, right? This is a negative 1, and then x. So we could say negative 1 plus x, but it's the same thing saying as x minus 1, okay? All right, let's go ahead and work this problem. Let's get x by itself, so we need to add 1, right? Add 1 to this side, okay? And then we have to add 1 to this side. That makes 0 over here, okay? So we're done with this one, but we have to add 1 over here, just like we did. All right, and so x is by itself, so x equals 6. So this solution is, I'm sorry, I apologize. Let me back up real quick. I apologize, I made a mistake. I'm sure some of you were like, hey, that equals 7 and not 5. So this was 7 originally, and then we added 1. So this is 8. So x equals 8. Okay. All right, so what you're going to do today is you are going to complete these right here. You can use the algebra tiles, or you can just do it like we did, drawing the line down here, down the middle, and then getting x by itself and solving for x, okay? So this first one we'll do together. On this side, we have x minus 6 equals, and then on this side, we have 12. So we have to get x by itself, isolate x. So we would add 6 to this side and add 6 to this side, okay? Well, if we do that, that equals 0, right? And so all that's left is x And then x is going to equal 12 plus 6 is 18. So x equals 18. And let's check it. I'm going to use a different color to check it. So we're going to put in 18 for x. So 18 minus 6 equals 12. Okay, and so this side, 18 minus 6 is 12, and 12. So it is balanced. Okay, so complete the rest of this, and there will be a Google form for you to do. And if there's any questions, please jump on Zoom later from 105 to 150 or send me an email. I hope you all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.